How now? I know nothing about tattoos.
Yeah.
So how long did it take to do that?
This one I sat for, I think it was just hour and a half, hour
Wow,
maybe. Um, but I'm used to doing like 6 hours.
that's
Uh,
insane. I mean, it is what
yeah.
it is. But like, I could not sit that long. So I applaud you for being able to do that. It's that time again. Time for the all new Culture Cast, which begins right now. Hey! Welcome
Hi.
back, everyone, to the all new Culture Cast. And tonight with me, I have, of course, the Gorehound
Live from the graveyard.
and cousin Charles, who
uh, drunk at a bar.
who looks like they got like a ton of Amazon boxes behind you. Been shopping lately?
Well, it is
Oh
my
no,
anniversary coming up.
those are your that's just your couch.
Yeah, that's just my couch, man.
A quick glance, I saw like the tan color, and with the throw blankets on top, it looked like they were like boxes just piled up. I'm like,
These are the
Cheap
Marceline
furniture.
chairs. We got them from my in-laws. It's a little reading nook.
um, if only you knew how to read.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
let's so tonight, cuz as I was just introducing you, this might be Cuz's last episode because because originally when we were in our text chain, I was like, you guys want a podcast on something? And I gave the suggestion of, hey, let's look at some of the upcoming winter trailers that are coming out and see what looks good and see what looks like shit. And Cuz is like, nah, I got a better idea. There's this new Netflix movie called The Deliverance. Let's watch that. And you also recommended Demon House, which at the time I thought were two separate suggestions. I didn't
Yeah, I do
realize.
see it. Yeah, it's just
There.
can we swear here? Cause fuck cuz
Yeah.
on all of this because
Hashtag fuck cuz.
I.
you
Well, buy me
are
dinner first.
awful for making
Second,
me watch that. And pairing it next to Zach Bagans, like I get it, but you're still the worst.
if
We have valuable time. Time is money, and we had to waste our time watching this.
Megan and I looked at it when we were browsing, because it was like number one on Netflix.
Yeah, that means
I had seen a
nothing.
clip that looked pretty
Red
that looked
Notice
pretty
has
dog
been like
shit.
#1 on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw a clip on the Not Talks that looked pretty dog shit of what of something that happens later in the movie that seemed pretty hilarious. And you know what? I also saw it. It was 112 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's a little over an hour and a half. I can get through an hour and a half movie.
And then
But
what happened?
then the movie started.
Like, here's the thing. And I will get into this here. I don't mind a bad movie. A bad movie can be fun to watch, especially if it's like your train wreck. The problem with this movie is it was fucking boring. You mentioned how the movie is like an hour and 12 120 minutes, 112 minutes.
Yeah.
It was under 2 hours. It felt like 7. Like I looked at I think I text this. I looked at the the timeline, and I thought, oh, I gotta be like at least an hour and 20 minutes into this thing. And no, it was like only 50 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
and there must have
God.
been some break there because I was that same exact thing at 48 minutes. Because I checked and I was like, 48 minutes, like, and there's been nothing, like, and because then I started to look into it and really started to question Cuz on making us watch this. Because then I was like, oh wait, it's something about a true story at the beginning, and so I was like, okay, maybe. And I gave you that. And I kept on watching. And very quickly after that, I was like, okay, something's not adding up here, and nothing added up.
I see. Here's the thing. This movie is almost in the worst level of movies for me. Like in a Rebel Moon discussion, I discussed how that was a boring movie, and I just did not care. This movie at least had little moments that made me chuckle. That just the sheer novelty of what the fuck I was seeing. Um,
I'll give
mainly
you
has to
that.
do with it mainly has to do with some of the casting. Um, so I wasn't. So if it was completely boring, like all the way through from start to finish, I'd be in the same boat. But you know what? It had a few moments that made me chuckle because our protagonist is horrible.
She's an
Um,
awful person.
just an awful, awful human being with
I think
no
what it
redeeming
really,
qualities.
the only thing that it had was intriguing curiosity. I was very curious to see where it was going, and it was just there was nothing. I actually foresaw, like, let's back up a moment. This is apparently a true story based
Yes.
off the Ammons
True.
family in Indiana.
Uh,
And you had paired this with Demon House, Zach Bagans' movie. And they're similar because they're based on the same story.
yes. Although for well, I guess for the people at home wondering what are we talking about, what's the quote unquote true story? Should I give the long and short of it of the Ammons haunting case, or
Nobody
Please do.
cares about it. Nobody cares about the story or this
hey,
movie or anything about
I
this other than Zach Bagans made me a little bit interested in it.
for,
because I'm
uh,
going to overrule Gorehound there. Give a quick summary.
okay, the quickest of summaries. This is from Wikipedia. So, in the I'm just going to read the Wikipedia article. It's not very long. In November of 2011, Latoya Ammons, her mother Rosa Campbell, and her three children, then ages 7, 9, and 12, moved into a house in Gary, Indiana. Days after the family moved
Gary,
in,
Indiana.
yeah, which is already a hell on earth.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
I was working on that joke the whole time. um, days after the family moved in, they claimed black flies swarmed the porch in December and kept returning repeatedly. Campbell initially heard footsteps in the basement and doors creaking. Later, she alleged to have witnessed a, quote, shadowy figure of a man pacing in the living room and found a, quote, boot print. Campbell claimed she was choked by an unknown force. Ammons' 12-year-old daughter was claimed to have levitated above her bed, unconscious, during a sleepover with a friend. They were said to have prayed until the girl returned to the bed. The daughter has no memory of the incident. The older son was allegedly thrown across the room by an unknown force. The younger son allegedly had his eyes roll into the back of his head and was growling, saying, "It's time to die."
Who
And
had just watched Undertaker from the
yeah,
from the 90s.
They reached out to their physician, and on April 12th of 2012, when he visited the house during the supposed haunting, he noticed her behavior was delusional. Some from his office contacted police. After the police arrived, the children were taken to the hospital. The older boy was described as acting rationally, while the younger boy, quote, screamed and thrashed. In 2012, the Department of Child Services was alerted to the family. They believed that the children were performing for their mother. Sensational stories published in outlets such as the New York Daily News reported that a Department of Child Service personnel had allegedly witnessed the youngest boy, quote, walking up the wall backwards. A 37-year-old police captain believed paranormal activity occurred in the house, and a photo published by the Indianapolis Star claimed to show a shadowy figure when no one was home. They had hired a reverend to perform an exorcism. He interviewed the family back in April of 2012 and concluded they were, quote, being tormented by demons. He eventually performed 3 exorcisms, 2 in English, 1 in Latin, and 1 exorcism was performed on Latoya Ammons herself. They moved to Indianapolis in 2012, after which the events were said to have stopped. This eventually got picked
You
up
know
by
why
the
they
news.
stopped? Just to interject. You know why they stopped, right?
Why they stopped?
Because it wasn't happening in the first place, and they made it up.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take, but if it didn't happen, why would a professional ghost investigators Zach Bagans buy the house, film a documentary called The Demon House. And if you had watched it as a companion piece, you would know he got haunted so bad that he developed a brain condition where he has to wear sunglasses because he's sensitive to light. Explain that, Nick.
He's a fraud. I'm as much
say,
of a ghost hunter as Zach Baggins. Whatever. Frodo Baggins. I don't give a shit what his name is.
Oh.
I don't give a fuck. You can come fight me, Zach Baggins.
Okay, let's not taunt Zach Bagans because he will take things into his own hands. You want a piece of me?
Are you sure?
Why would you say?
Are you sure you're going to just piss your pants again, Zach Baggins?
Don't call him Baggins, okay?
Nick, why would you say something so controversial and yet so brave? That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Eric Andre.
I will say this: I do have a personal connection to the Ammons house because back in the fall of the spring of 2020, I visited the Haunted Museum, and I saw because Zach had removed the staircase and some of the sand that was underneath the staircase in the demon house.
Okay.
And has it set up in his museum. And I saw the stairs, man. I saw them. They warned you. They warned you before you go to the little room that shit could follow you home, and we're not responsible.
Okay, I see the connection there.
So what you're saying is you caused COVID.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
I was wondering if that was the case.
Nick, did you watch Demon House yet?
No. I was going to try to watch it today because I did not realize until after I finished watching the movie last night when I was, Wikipediaing it, that it was connected to Demon House. And oh, that's why Cuz recommended it. I was going to try to see if I could sneak it in today during work, just have it on some background noise, but I did not.
Yeah.
More or less, because I've seen the movie a couple of times. It's basically just no Demon House.
Okay.
Because Zach Baggins, for what he is an entertainer. At the end of the day.
I mean, I'll give him this. I mean, as much as I'm dumping on him right now, as rightfully I should, at least he knows how to entertain his crowd. Lee Daniels, is it Lee Daniels who directed this movie? He should know better. He's made good movies.
Has he?
Precious.
Which one?
Precious.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his.
Yeah, and he was The Butler, which was about I guess 10 years ago, and he's a prolific producer.
Okay.
So he knows how to make an entertaining movie. And I was reading some stuff, and it seems like he wanted to make this movie about this flawed mother, and I was kind of forced to put ghosts in it, or demons, I guess.
I'm not surprised by that.
Right? Yeah, because that is what I saw that got me going, because I was like, okay, I see the emotional turmoil that this mom is having, and I'm into it, and I've seen plenty of twists, and I was like, okay. I am ready for the twist, only to find out that there is no twist. And there's nothing of substance. Sorry.
What are you apologizing for? You're 100% correct.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. There's no substance in this film whatsoever. The quality of the film starts good. I went into it optimistic. Because I love going into movies just raw, just no idea other than Black Exorcist. And I was like, okay, I like it.
I didn't know what this movie was. I went completely. I forgot you had called this movie Black Exorcist, and I went into it okay, I think it's a horror film, so let's see what happens. And based on the opening sequence where it has the paintings and everything, okay, this seems like it's going to be a demon possession type scenario we're jumping ourselves into. Okay, got it. And like I know in a lot of these movies you gotta set your characters, what their situation is, but like the demon stuff, like the scary stuff, or I don't want to call it scary stuff, but like the horror elements, like they don't. It takes forever for them to come, and they come like just a little bit. Oh, the door's open. That's weird. And then
Right.
nothing for the next like 20 minutes. It's the mother just smacking her kids.
Yeah.
And
Right, and maybe we are just we're so accustomed to these good twists. Like I kept on thinking of like the orphanage afterwards, where there's a twist at the end, and every single part along the movie inches you closer to that final twist. And this was like just things just weren't adding up at all because I don't think it should have been a horror movie.
Well, and I think the big thing to bring out or to note is you look at Lee Daniels' filmography. A lot of dramas, a lot of historical epic about major African American figures in American culture. Not a lot of horror. He is not a horror man.
no,
So why? So it's kind of a. I'm not saying that every director's got to be pigeonholed into a box or anything like that. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like it's something that you haven't really shown that horror is something you can do. And I guess you could make the argument the horrors of alcoholism or the horrors of hood rat Glenn Close. But yeah, the more fantastical elements. I mean, how many demon possession movies are there? It's always a formula since The Exorcist. You know,
mm-hmm.
it's always like a single mom. Well, yeah, it could be go back to The Exorcist. Single mom, kids are acting up, something weird's going on. They tried
Yeah.
every logical solution, then eventually it's gotta be like you gotta get the church involved. You got to get
We
the
need
reverend.
an old priest and a young priest.
Exactly.
Austin
Well, I
Powers.
think you're exaggerating that story. Like, I think that story is a lot more compressed, but I think there is a divergence in demon possession, that once you actually just have the demon possessed entity or house, is like religion? Is it a social thing? Is it a literal thing? And I think where you branch out from there. Oh, I think that's a Trump move right there, right? Where you go like,
No, your hands.
yeah, yeah.
In this audio podcast, we're talking about visual things. Gorehound is kind of moving his hands the way Donald Trump likes to do during his conventions.
Yeah. I'm playing with little rocks, and he's always holding like little rocks, you know. But
They're little magnet ones that kind of stick together.
yeah. Praise be to hematite magnetite. No, demon possession movies. There is a formula to it, much like a teen slasher has a formula to it, where it's kind of just ingrained within it. But you can really branch out once you have that, compressed formula.
Yeah, I think what cousin, I don't want to speak for you, cousin, on this, but you're just kind of going like there's a general formula, but there's a lot of things you could do within that formula.
Exactly.
And
no, you go ahead. Finish your
I was going to say like along those lines, I think this movie does try to do something because I've never seen like a demon or aware of. Maybe it's done. I don't know. There's so many of these things. Red Letter Media.
There was nothing new in this movie.
Let me. You know where I was going with this. Let me finish. Okay, Kanye. Let me finish. I'm Taylor Swift in here.
So you're saying you're the Kanye Swift? You're the Kanye
I'm the Taylor
in this?
Swift,
and I'm the Taylor Swift.
No.
I'm pretty.
Kanye Swift is the unholy love child of Taylor.
Oh my god.
That person exists in the multiverse, but
oh god.
Vice President to Trump.
But like Red Letter Media did a thing about Exorcist movies about a year or so ago, where they just rattle off all the ones, how it's formulaic and all that. Anyway, this movie does do something interesting because I don't know if they've done this before, where you have sort of like a broke single black mother who's in a very unhealthy situation with her children. Um, uh, Already social services is beating down the door, and now she has to convince them, oh yeah, my kids are being possessed. Okay, you sound like a crazy person. That's sort of a new take on it. Like, why would someone's already been investigating for hitting their kids? Why would you believe that to begin
Yeah.
with? Even at the beginning, so like I'll give them credit, and I do want to talk about some positive things about this movie. I don't know if we
No,
actually
because
talked much about.
Babadook did that excellent.
Never seen it. Babadook. I know a lot of people said watch it.
Yeah,
Just never
it's
gotten around
the
to it.
is the mom insane or is she not? Are these things that are happening are real? We're seeing the evidence of it.
But were they poor? Were they poor, and did she beat her kids?
Yeah, every single mother is poor in a
Poor?
movie.
Oh
You
well,
know, in a horror movie at least. But no, it's not whether she beats the kid or not. Um, it's is it actually happening, or is it not caused by them?
well, let's circle back to that point because you made an interesting thing. But what I do want to talk about some of the positives in this movie. I think the acting in this movie is actually pretty good. The lead, what's her name? I don't know her name.
Oh, I got
Um,
got that on the ready. That your lead is Andrea Day as Ebony Jackson.
yeah, I think she um was good in this. I mean, her character was unlikable, but I think she was made that unlikable because of how she, um, like how she was in this movie. I liked her. I hope I see her in other things because I thought she was actually did a good job. Some set pieces are pretty good. I will give the movie credit. The sequence at the end with her fighting the demon, that was actually I was finding like, oh, okay, this is entertaining to watch. It's weird, but whatever. I have questions about how things were happening and why things were happening, but I was entertained by it at least. Um, so like the movie has some things going on, but like going back to your point, Gorehound, um, where you're talking about how there
I think we may have
was
lost him.
oh
All right, tag me back in. Tag me back in, okay?
you back?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
I
we
apologize.
just finished talking about the movie. It was
Yeah, we're done. So
yeah.
have a good
All
night,
right.
everyone.
I will try to talk nicer about this movie. Tell
No,
me who
you
who it
don't need.
is.
You
The
don't need.
demons are shutting you down.
The demons. See, they're not happy that you're
Who
talking bad
is
about.
the only good job at this?
I was saying I don't know when you cut out there, but I was saying how I thought the acting in the movie is actually pretty good. I like the lead actress. I hope to see her in other better movies.
Ebony.
Um, but like I like the end sequence where they're fighting the demon. I thought that was kind of interesting. Though I have questions about why things were happening, but visually it was interesting to watch. But
Yes, yeah, her performance, yeah, great.
Um, but I was going to circle back to your point, how you're saying something about how I don't remember what you were saying. I've been so distracted with.
I'm saying that Ebony did a good job as an actress.
Oh no, I mean I
No,
meant before when you're complaining about something. Was it towards the end? Oh, about how like no one ever believes the mother. They're going crazy, and
mhm.
that's all fine. But like that doesn't even happen until like the last 10 minutes of the movie, when she meets the Reverend who's been weirdly tailing her for the entire film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, we
I
gotta
don't know
get
how
to
much
that.
time is actually passing in here, but she and the Reverend's like, your kid has a demon in it, and she's like, whatever. And then the demon's going cuckoo bananas, and she's like, all right, you really have a demon. Oh, because she sees the eyes. She sees the kid's eyes. They
Yeah.
turn black, and she's like, all right, there's a demon. How are we gonna do this? I believe in Jesus. Let's go kill the demon. Like
Yeah.
she
I was
doesn't even
waiting for
tell
Kevin
anyone.
Sorbo to just appear.
Why would Kevin Sorbo appear?
because it immediately turned on to a completely just Christian movie made by Angel Studios.
Well, I wouldn't go there. The Christianity stuff was there from the beginning because the grandmother was like she found Jesus and
But
she's a
it was at that point where I wanted to see the capitulation, the apex of the movie, show that everything was interconnected. So, in your own words, what was spoil the movie for me? What was the demon?
uh, according to the quote unquote lore of the movie, and cuz please correct me.
Yeah.
I will.
The demon um was
Was it present in the grandma the entire movie?
no, it was
No.
never in the grandma. It was
Oh,
in the
it was in the grandma at the end when the boy was dead.
The demon took the form of the grandma
Right.
yeah.
and then said that the Reverend had a nappy pussy.
Right. Yeah, so the grandma did come back.
No.
No,
She's
sorry,
dead.
Yeah, I didn't realize that because I saw that clip of again Glenn Close possessed. I'm like, oh, so she's going to become possessed by the demon. They got to, you know, shake the spirit and get it out of there. But no, she died. She is dead and buried, which I did not realize. But
Yeah. The demon
demon
was still in the little boy, presumably.
yeah,
maybe.
taking the forms of
And it just
the other character or the other cast members.
yeah, it just kept changing shape.
Right. So the
'Cause
demon was
the
basically
priest-
in the house the entire time.
Except when they left the house. Like when she's driving, like
Oh, right. Yeah. It's in the boy. Before they lived there, it was in the house.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
yeah.
So what I thought was going to be the lore of this was that it was always present in the grandma, because of something that I think it was Ebony said, where I thought all of Ebony's kids were half demons, because because the grandma was having sex with the black guy, and the black guy was the demon, and therefore they were making Blade offspring.
You just described a way better movie.
Because it's 2024. We have high expectations for movies. If you're going to build up for 45 minutes about how much they're struggling, I'm going to have to believe that there is a lot more to this.
Kyle, I'm going to give the simple, not the simple, but I think it was not. I appreciate the fantastical lore, but I think what it was supposed to be is that Hood Rat Glenn Close more or less put her daughter in a vulnerable situation, and she was sexually assaulted as a child.
Which now we see has nothing to do with the story, other than that's why she has some mental issues.
Yeah,
well,
it has nothing to do with the demon or the kids.
Well, I think
because this is a horror movie and not a social documentary.
I think what they were trying to do, and this is where things get really weird, but I think what they were trying to do, and they're not clear about it, is that because she had that trauma, it made her weaker, so she couldn't actually fight the demon.
Yes.
Okay, right, yes.
And at the end,
I understand that was the intention.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's done well, because we don't learn that she was raped or molested or whatever was the case until, like, the very end.
During the battle with the demon.
Yeah. And they don't even really hint that something happened previously, except you saw the guy very briefly at the beginning of the movie, because it flashed.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was supposed to be the demon or whatever, but they never go back to it, and they don't really. She hints that Glenn Close was an awful mother, but they don't go to that length that, like, oh, she was sexually assaulted as a kid.
Yeah.
It should have been just completely omitted from the story if this was supposed to be a horror movie.
I'm going to disagree, but I wish they did something better with it.
You could, because there's a way.
Because that it's way too significant of a life event to have in a movie about a changeling demon that was already in a house.
Yeah, there's a way. I mean, the best stories, especially in like fantasy, horror, sci-fi, is monster as metaphor. So I agree with what Nick's saying, is that they had the right elements there of taking like a real world kind of like horrific thing and tying it with this fantastical thing of a demon. They just didn't quite mix it right. And I think the biggest thing,
I don't think that there was any mixing at all.
they just put the ingredients in raw.
Oh, there was some mixing with Glenn Close.
Oh God, why was Monique not the mom?
Well, I had read or I had done some research, and apparently it was an all-black family to begin with.
Yes.
And the director just decided to just switch it up for no reason.
Yeah, I was so like most of that movie I was very confused, like, well, is Glenn Close like her adoptive mother? Like,
right, because that is what you're telling us by putting her in that role.
Like, I don't know if the actress Andra,
I think.
Andra Day, I don't know if she's biracial. In real life.
There you go, Nick. Bringing race into the movie.
Well,
bunch of white guys talking about race.
Right, so we're the perfect ones to talk about it. So I don't know if she's biracial in real life, but like I think that was the implication. Well, they do. The demon. Someone refers to her as a half breed.
Right.
So
Glenn Close
and all of her offspring.
Not that kind of half breed.
Still,
so Glenn Close.
The offspring are still 50-50 because Glenn Close had sex with a demon, and now Ebony has sex with a demon.
No one had sex with a demon. Stop. Listen.
And
stop
that's where the guy in Iraq is the weird thing. What is the husband in Iraq? Why is he there? Does he actually exist?
Get the fuck away from him. To get the fuck away from her. She's fucking loco.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird that they left. Unless he's like a soldier, it's weird they just. Oh, he's in Iraq. Why Iraq? Why of all countries to pick from? That's a weird one to pick.
You're building it up. You're building it up. Now we think it's something.
Nick, this is a post 9/11. I had a drama teacher tell me once, like, our play is going to take place in a post 9/11 world. So that's what's happening here. He's in Iraq. He's a soldier. There you go.
Is it also her dad? But then at the end of the movie, it does randomly decide to just wrap it up all nicely and say, "Oh no, Dad's at home. We're working things out." Like,
yeah, she found Jesus and is getting
right.
That's the message.
Kevin Sorbo Jesus is waiting for us at home. Fuck, cuz for catfishing us.
What if? Hold on. You're all bashing Kevin Sorbo. What if Kevin Sorbo showed up in the movie?
Are you defending Kevin Sorbo after you recommended us watch this?
Gorehound, let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes.
All right. What he says, I'm praying to Jesus, and fucking Kevin Sorbo shows up as like in his 1990s Hercules outfit, and then beats the living shit out of the demon. Would you not want to see that movie?
I mean, it would definitely make it way more entertaining.
No, I hate looking at Kevin Sorbo. I hate thinking about Kevin Sorbo. He's, I'm sure he was an executive producer on this movie.
Okay, you gotta like, you're acting like this is like a Christian film. Jesus, this is no more a Jesus-y film than the actual Exorcist movie from the whatever. This is like the standard cliche in exorcist movies. Oh, we need a priest to get rid of the demon or something. And they're not even like Catholic priests that they use. It's just some random, I don't know.
No,
She has her
she's a
church at her house.
Pentecostal. It's a Pentecostal pastor.
Okay.
So I did recently watch the new Exorcist TV series, and I thought that did great job of doing an exorcism without hammering you over the head with Kevin Sorbo. And that was what I liked, was when you're just like, you're using the religion to fight the demons. I don't want to hear about Jesus or just say, in the name of Jesus, I cast you out from this body. Like,
But
that's just a cop-out in 2024. We need more in a demon exorcism movie than that bullshit.
Yeah, go ahead, cuz.
Well, I was going to kind of piggyback off that. I think what the issue is, again, you guys are. Sorry, I'm getting my thoughts together. I just had a brain fart.
It's okay. I'm still going to yell at you.
Yeah. The issue is, because I agree with you, Gorehound, that she just kind of says, I believe in Jesus, but at no point does she have to acknowledge any of her own faults in getting
Yeah.
and I think that's where it is. It's not quite the fact, Jesus saves, because again, it's an exorcist movie, and I know it's going to be, some of the comments could go, oh, this movie is not an exorcism. They make it very explicit.
It's a deliverance.
Yeah. It's the shitting.
Fuck off.
Don't you mean Shining? Do you want to get sued?
There was some show that had a bit like, it's like, oh no, it's not an exorcism. Well, not they use exorcism. It's like, it's not a whatever. Oh, it's this. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's like the other thing.
Yeah. Did the Catholic Church have a copyright on exorcism? Is exorcism only for white people?
I don't know. There's so many movies that use the term exorcist. There's a movie called Shark Exorcist.
No,
you don't want to watch it. You do not want to watch it.
Oh my gosh, is Zach Bagans in it?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
you do not want to watch this. That's I can't think of the guy's name, but it's a
pervy
movie.
Donald Farmer.
Farmer. That's it. Donald Farmer. Thank you. I couldn't think of his name.
Yep.
He's a pervy guy. Don't watch the movie. Don't.
Or
I'm not saying. Or I mean, if you thought this was bad, you would be. Anyway, we're getting off topic, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't use the term. I don't know.
It's very just kind of like, it's like, I don't know what else you would call this movie. I mean, you could just call it Demon House. I mean, that's what Zach Bagans did.
Well, Zach Bagans probably copyrighted the shit out of that term.
Dude, there's one demon in the house.
Well,
that's what they call it. Demon in the house.
Oh,
that'd be more 90s. That'd be more.
That'd be the Wayans brothers retelling of this story.
That's true. Get him on the horn.
You know,
I think they did a movie like that. Like, again, one of those like shitty Wayans brothers. Yeah, not quite a scary movie, but it was like something along those lines.
Yeah. If this movie did actually do a bit more tongue-in-cheek, like Demon in the House, I would have been a bit more into this.
Yeah, that sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Because then I wouldn't have put my expectations up for a 2024 exorcism film.
Yeah, yes. A couple of white guys saying that all these black actors, directors, producers, you need to be more hippity hop. That's what 2024 needs.
Say, like, my knowledge of current black films is minimal.
Because you're a racist?
I watch basically just Joe Bob Briggs commentary nowadays.
Oh, to answer my question, the movie is called A Haunted House.
Yeah. There you go.
Which was, again, parroting the all the paranormal activities. Story by Marlon Wayans and screenplay by Marlon Wayans and Rick Alvarez, to be specific.
And a year later, they made A Haunted House 2.
Yep. Also, A lot shorter than this movie. 86 minutes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
It
Do you
does, doesn't
do
it?
you, do you, do you ever watch SNL? A few years ago, Pete Davidson did a bit when he does like his songs or whatever. It's called like short ass movie, and he's like sometimes I just want to watch a short ass movie, and he doesn't want to watch a really long one. It was quite
Yeah.
humorous. I'm not doing it justice, but
There you go. Well, go watch that instead of the Deliverance. I feel like we've been this entire discussion we've been dancing around the elephant in the room. Glenn Close.
yes,
The demon.
I mean
She is a baddie, as the kids would say. Yeah, it's. I guess is it one of those things where we need star power in this movie? Get Glenn Close.
I guess, but
I
like
don't know what her purpose was, because it was just one of the many themes in the movie that just nothing really happened with it.
like I didn't mind that she was in this. Like I didn't mind her character was in this. Like she's a shitty mom who found religion, is trying to be holier than thou with her daughter. Um, but she also loves her daughter very much. They have a very weird relationship.
The chemotherapy and dialysis and who Omar Epps was I think it's just
Why is he in this movie?
was just overdone, and I think they should have just cut her off at that point, because I thought that could be a great supporting character, but her character just kept on getting bigger and bigger, and I'm like, yeah, so she's got to be the initial source of the demon.
That would have been interesting, but yeah, she plays it well, I guess. But the like when she first popped up in the movie and she's the only white woman in the black church, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then she like I'd love to know more about her backstory. Like why is she the way she is in this movie?
I wouldn't.
It's just so bizarre. And what is like even more crazy, I pointed this out. I think I texted you guys this. The poster of this movie has
Yeah.
Glenn Close on it, and all the characters have like this.
Looks pretty intense.
Yeah, it looks intense. It makes kind of like a cross in the movie. It's kind of like has like a brownish tone to like I don't know what do they call it? Filter on it, and they make Glenn Close like she looks like she's black.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you do that? Like that's. I mean, I'm not saying it's blackface per se, but it's very questionable decision, especially in 2024.
Yeah.
Well, going back to that poster, it reminded me of and I'm gonna post this in the chat. The poster for The Conjuring 3. If you, they're not too dissimilar from that.
I could see where you're going with that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I don't really put any blame on that, because movie posters do follow a very similar pattern.
Like I don't care, but the design of the poster is fine. It's just that they darkened her skin, and I don't
pretty significantly.
Like, yeah, and I'm not. It's not like Glenn Close is some actor you don't know. It's not like she's some like random person who's in this movie, and by looking at the poster, you're just like, oh, okay. No, people know who Glenn Close is. She's fairly recognizable. Like they're gonna like look at it and then do a double click, like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here?
I'll say this: Glenn Close she's a chameleon. She blends in with any role she's given.
I mean, I'll give her credit. She like committed to this role, like absolutely committed to it.
Yeah.
So like again, the acting in this movie is not bad. The commitment by the actors is not bad. What they did the best they could with the material they had.
I do think it sits in a weird spot. It's like it's not serious enough to be like those quote unquote serious horror movies, where it's like it's trying to make you think or something like that. But it's not schlocky enough to be like kind of, again, when they're going to the full exorcism and like the demons changing, and you got Glenn Close saying, "I can smell your nappy pussy." Again, that was the clip that made me want to see this movie. I'm like, okay, Glenn Close with shark teeth saying, "I can smell your nappy pussy." Like, that's a line that an actor that she had to say, and I hope they had to do. I hope they had to do multiple takes.
She ad-libbed it.
Yeah,
Oh God, I hope so.
Let's talk about the actual exorcism thing, because I have so many questions.
The
So I'm just kind of
Deliverance.
rattle them off here. So basically, I'm sorry, not the exorcism, the deliverance. The
Yes.
deliverance. So
Right, there's
they
no
have,
middleman here.
Distinct.
She is Jesus.
so she, the priest, or not priest, reverend,
Pastor.
pastor, whoever she was, she has church
Lady.
out of her home.
Yeah.
She tells Ebony, you have to give yourself up to Jesus and believe in the faith.
Praise
Okay.
be.
And so then they go there, they kidnap the kid, which was way too easy for them to do, but whatever.
For a psycho mom that still hasn't resolved any of her issues.
No, she doesn't. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I have issues with the ending.
Do we need to?
Yes, because it's one of my biggest beefs in movies. She's just doing all these prayers. It's not working. The pastor is killed. Maybe
No, she's dead.
okay. Which is a whole nother thing. Like, how do they like explain that away? Because no one talks about that she died, that she broke into the house that was technically considered a crime scene for some reason.
Yeah.
And like, do they just like hide the body? Like, she should be like in jail because, or at least as a suspect at large about this woman's death that was on her
Gary,
property.
Indiana, though.
No. This adaptation didn't take place in hell. It took place in a different hellhole, Pittsburgh.
It's the pits.
I don't know why they changed that. Gary's such like a shithole town that's like, if anyone had to believe that hell was real, it's Gary, Indiana.
Yeah.
Worse than East St. Louis?
Especially if you put a date on it at the beginning. It's like,
yeah,
you guys, like, throw us a hint where it's at.
Yeah. But so then the mother has to fight the demon, and she's trying to spray the demon with holy water, and the demon is like pounding her and trying to kill her, and the mother is on the brink of dying, and then we don't see what she sees, but then suddenly she gets like, I don't know, like a cocaine injection or something, because she like just pops back.
Yeah, she takes the rest of the holy water. Be like, all right, power up. Jesus.
But like, I thought, like, was she possessed by Jesus at this point? Because she's somehow able to like destroy the demon. Like, is that all you had to do? Like, that seems. Why couldn't the other woman save not only her kid originally and the kid that she lost years ago? Again, the mother's like, "Oh, there's a kid possessed in your house. I didn't save him, but I can save your kid. Trust me on this one. I got it."
She had 20, Nick, let's not forget, she had 20 years for this rematch. 20 years to go to all the demonologists, to get ready, to stock up.
What was the demon doing all this time? I mean, no one else was in this house?
Well, no one else would want to make money off the story.
Yeah, and she totally must have just given up. Because, like, if her kid died, well, her kid might not have died because of the demon, but she knew the demon was there, and just, like, gave up on trying to, banish it.
Well, yeah, and the kid's also in a hospital where, like, they had to, tight him down in like, straps, and he just, like, busts out of that shit.
Let's talk about that.
I thought that the kid was just going to kill her immediately, because that was the look on her face, but we're just like, oh, wait, no. Oh, you're just climbing on the wall and not really doing anything violent?
Well,
just
and then he's back in the straps, like, in the next scene. Yeah. How did he get back in the straps? Why did he let himself get back in the straps?
He
could be an issue of deleted scene, because that could be really easily wrapped up, but also could have been really easily cut.
Then they shouldn't have deleted it then. They should have kept it in because it makes no sense.
No, they had to keep it in there because if you remember from the beginning of this episode, that was one of the few alleged aspects of the original haunting, was that the kid was taken to a hospital and they climbed up the
Yes.
wall. So
Now, if he
it's
climbed
like
up the wall, yeah, I'm fine with that. But after being in the wall saying, "Blah, I'm going to kill everyone," and the next scene, he's back strapped down. Like,
Yeah.
how did they convince the demon to get strapped in again?
they got an RA.
Kevin Sorbo came in.
I was going with they got like a resident nurse with like a tranquilizer gun and put enough sedative to take down a bull elephant.
The doctor was also I thought was giving us clues as to something that was deeper that was happening. Kind of be like a Rosemary's Baby type thing, where like everybody really knows what's going on except you.
See, that would make them more interesting.
Right, that's what I was hoping for.
But so yeah, and then the end of the movie, and like this is a big fu to the movie, or the movie does an fu to the audience rather, where it ends, and we think it actually ends, and then text comes up saying, 6 months later, she got her kids back. Oh, and then the movie starts back up again, like with they're driving. I talked to your dad. We're going to get back together. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the not character of the father. Yeah, they didn't need that.
It was the text. I hate that they use the text. When they do that, that's a lazy way. It's telling, not showing.
They could have just ended.
Pick up the kids.
They could have just ended the movie with her holding her son, and that was it. And that was it. And that could have been it. That would have been the end of your movie. Instead, they have a quick scene with Monique, and then the text thing, like as if it's trying to make it go back to this was a true story. I'm like, no, she never lost her kids in the real case. This is not like a case of like a mother overcoming her personal demons by fighting a real demon. No, this is a more or less a fictionalized version. This is just a typical Exorcist story.
Just a typical Exorcist story in Gary, Indiana.
In Gary, Indiana. But, I mean, that's the best way to put it, is that it is just, it's not a retelling of the events as they happened, in the real case, as I summarized at the beginning of the episode.
Because that one didn't happen either.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly, okay.
I saw the stairs, man. I saw the stairs. That's all I'm going to say.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, it is just like, I think I think because it's not trying to be an adaptation of the actual case that happened, this is very much, we had an idea for a story. Let's just take maybe one or two elements from this real thing. That way we'd say it was inspired by a true story. That way we're not, that way we can be creatively free to write whatever we want. But what they wrote was just pretty generic garbage.
Let's to show you how much the director was so wrong for this movie. There's a quote I found. It's on Wikipedia. The director, Lee Daniels, says, Netflix kept saying tension, 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 tension. And I didn't really want tension. The tension is whether or not the lead character was going to beat them kids. That, to me, is the tension, not the shit that's going on in the house. I gave up a little bit and just said, okay, let me just give them what they want a little bit because it's a Lee Daniels film. But it's also a Netflix film. I sold out a little bit because we're not in the world of cinema. We're in the world of clicks, where if they're not invested in the first 5 or 10 minutes, they'll turn that shit off. So clearly he did not know what movie he was actually trying to make.
No.
Yeah, I do give that credit. Because when that ghost, that the kid became the ghost monster, that just seemed completely artificial and just spliced in there for some check mark.
And
It's
oddly
like,
enough, that was the most entertaining part of the movie for me.
yeah, well, it's like, again, going back, it's like, I only know this because I'll give credit to Red Letter Media's coverage of it. Like Exorcist 3, where like some producer said, where's the exorcism in this movie? You know, so they were probably like, well, it's a demon. You got to get out the demon, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if if that's why that whole sequence is so entertaining, because it is just like, fuck it, we got to toss it in there. But still, I think you can. I think there's a way to do a story like this where you're combining somebody's personal struggles like mental health, alcoholism, and tie that with a supernatural element
Mm-hmm.
and make it work. I feel like that's a story that can work.
Right, and you can rinse and repeat that one as many times as you want because that is a good formula.
Yeah.
That you can easily twist into different ways.
Well, and then go back to the tension. I mean, again, it kind of catches you off guard when she bops the little kid right in the mouth. It's like,
Right.
it's like, wow, okay, that's what
Well,
we're in
I was
for.
waiting to see that in like a different light, where like she didn't actually do it. It was like the demon, like
The demons made me
acting
do
on
it.
behalf of something.
Yeah, but it's just like, nope, she's just a pretty bad person all around. But she doesn't really. Outside of that, I mean, she's kind of pretty shitty. But then she also will do stuff like she pays for her mom's chemo treatment.
Completely irresponsibly.
Yeah.
Because if you are that much in debt and you're just buying just excessively for your mom to talk to guys, where I'm sure that she doesn't have that issue talking to just random guys anyways.
Well, I think it was also implied that she may have been paying for like her chemo or her way of life by, based by whoring herself out. I mean, did you get that?
Medicaid said that they stopped making payments in a certain month.
Yes.
That means that she didn't have to go there. She could have gone somewhere where Medicaid could have paid.
That is true.
So
I was going more Glenn Close, I think, just on her. We don't know what Glenn Close does for 9 to 5, so I assume she's just, she's for the streets, as the kids would say. Because it seemed like in her time at the chemo center, again, she like hit on 2 or 3 guys with the implication that, hey, honey, you want to have a good time?
I did get that beat too, but I don't think that there was anything else
Gorehound
besides that.
77-year-old Glenn Close turn you on in that hood rat outfit.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, she turned into a great demon because, gosh, that was.
Swell up my DeVille.
Okay. I don't know. Are we
You're
ready
gonna try to
put this
defend the
movie to
film
bed?
a little bit more?
No, I'm not. This film was trash. It had some elements which, kind of worked, but like it was two different types of movies being smashed together and it didn't work. It was either a melodrama of an awful person trying to make it with her kids and failing at every way, and an exorcism film. Those two could work together, but in this way, it did not. If she was supposed to like overcome her demons, and that's how she defeated the monster or whatever, that would be great. But that's not really what happened. Everything's just so half-assed. And the biggest sin, it was fucking boring.
Waste of my time.
I just thought of an idea, Nick, of if we could be in the writer's room with Lee Daniels. And again, I'm not saying would improve the movie, but I think it would make to quote Garth Marenghi, I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards.
I don't want to watch any more of these meaningful, emotional pieces. I just want to watch Zach Bagans. I want to watch Joe Bob Briggs.
I mean,
But
again, Demon House is basically like an R-rated version of Ghost Adventures.
yeah, but there's nothing to talk about. Just Ghost Adventures and Jack Bagans is just pure entertainment. There's nothing else. It's like Saturday cartoons for like white men.
I mean, I've personally viewed Zach Bagans as the greatest showman since P.T. Barnum.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, again, if you get a chance in your life, go to the Haunted Museum just once, because one, he's making some money. It's $50 to get in that thing. It's a guided tour through the thing. You're not allowed to explore the house. It's guided.
So they
I have
control
no
the
interest
garbage.
to go there to see a whole bunch of made up memorabilia.
Wait, are you saying he does made up? What? What? Are you going to have the wrath of him coming down? Of Bilbo Baggins? He's going to come and get
I don't
you?
know. Let's get the ESP meter out in our spirit box. What are we feeling?
Oh, but first of all, sir, do not disrespect Mr. Bagans like that. All right, I will fight for him. He is great. That man's kept Ed Hardy in business for decades.
Affliction.
I miss older Zach though, when he actually wanted to physically fight the ghost. Now he's gotten a little older and a little bit saltier. He's got to have the fucking gas mask on because he can't handle. He's allergic to. Is he allergic to mold? Is that what it is?
Yeah. But he just doesn't want to smell everybody's smelly ass homes.
Basically, also makes ADR a lot easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just yeah, I miss those old episodes where again he's
Aaron,
taking his shirt off, be like, "Come on, demons!"
Nick, you got to catch up, guy. Okay.
Yeah, with Zach Baggins.
Yeah, Zach Baggins.
Wait, how do you say his name?
Bagans.
Bagans. Is that what I'm saying?
I don't know. You just have to watch the show for you to understand.
I've seen clips.
Adventures.
Can I watch Ghostbusters instead? There's like 5 of those movies now.
Yeah, I watched the one of the new ones.
Okay, Nick, you've seen the new. I've not seen any of the newer ones. I really don't have much interest in it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
get out there, you fucking watch it.
I've only seen Melissa McCarthy's version, and I think that's the superior version.
I'm confused as to the universals going on, but I've never cared to pay attention.
But anywho, why is Zach Baggins not shown up in these new Ghostbuster films? I mean, that seems like a perfect slam dunk.
I brought my spirit box for you guys to use.
Oh, could you imagine like Slimer fucking with them?
that would be funny if they have like a Zach Bagans, well, like type character just fuck things up for them as they're trying to like investigate the ghost.
With the documentary crew following close behind.
Yeah,
something like that. I could see that being in a future installment. That'd be a clever conceit, something different for them to do. In the 2016 reboot, they did have a slight mention to like all those ghost hunter type shows at the very beginning of the movie when they see the ghost for the first time. Yeah. And they're saying like, no one's going to believe us. Like they all think we're frauds. And then like on the TV is one of those ghost hunter shows. I think one they made up for the movie. Oh, and like, no, these are the frauds. This is why they don't believe us, because they got these idiots walking around thinking they're actual catching ghosts. And that's the only reference they have.
But and that's the problem with that parody is that's very niche. It's like, get the actual people to show up. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. Like Insidious did it with that duo with Lin Shaye. It was like the camera crew of The Exorcist, where like they provide like the punchlines.
Gotcha.
Point being is that it has been done really well, but I would love to see a little bit of Zach Bagans in every single movie going forward.
I just want to see Aaron.
12 Years a Slave. Get some Zach in there.
Yikes.
I do
He
not
time
want to
traveled
watch
back
that.
in time.
That is...
He went back in time to find ghosts that lived with the slave owners back pre-Civil War.
I'm not putting my viewing history on that one.
Let's remember that this episode is about a black family dealing with a paranormal experience directed by a black director. And we just talked about a white ghost hunter going back to Civil War times.
Good job.
To be up with Masta.
Well, he wants to find the ghosts.
I guess that's one way.
He'll go on the battlefield of Civil War
Gettysburg.
battles. Yeah, Gettysburg. The ghosts. There you go. Ghosts of Gettysburg. Boom.
I'm sure that's a movie.
Hollywood.
I'm sure I've listened to so many podcasts called that.
What?
I'm sure I've listened to so many podcast episodes called The Ghosts of Gettysburg.
But did they have actual ghosts, or was it metaphorical?
It's probably sound clips.
The real ghosts were the friends you made along the way.
Amen, amen.
There is a tour called The Ghosts of Gettysburg at Gettysburg Battlefield Tours.
Son of a bitch, they stole my idea.
Oh, yeah.
I was the only one to ever come up with that phrase.
Yeah. You really give yourself a pat on the back there. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of them. A lot of tourist attractions.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you gotta make money off the dead. That's the key message here. Oh no. I'm just saying I'd still do 77-year-old Glenn Close as a hood rat. That's all I'm saying.
And on that note, I think we're going to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm ready for Twilight.
The time of day or the movie?
The movie. I'm ready for the movie.
I still argue you watch this movie and Demon House back to back, you have a full cinematic experience.
No, didn't you see what the director said? He pointedly said, "We're not in the world of cinema."
Oh, we're in the world of clicks.
We're in the world of clicks.
Clickbait.
Well, I guess Nappy Pussy would do it. I mean, it got me to watch the movie. Here's the thing, Mr. Daniels.
Is that your kink? Is that your kink, Nappy Pussy?
Old, cancer-riddled patients possessed by demons.
Omar
talking dirty.
Epps. Come on, keep that under wraps.
Why was he in that movie? Like, you could take him out and the movie would not miss a thing.
Maybe it was a favor. Just like I need somebody to play a sleazy kind of like lounge singer type.
He's not even sleazy. He seems like he's like a decent guy who weirdly wants to be with, Glenn Close.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just the culture around dialysis centers. I've never been in one, but I was just like, all right, let's just get through this.
Hey,
if you work in dialysis centers and all that, message us. Let us know if this is common amongst nurses and
patients
or technicians and patients. I don't know what Omar Epps' character was. He a nurse or a technician or just some guy who wandered in and pretended like he worked there? Who knows?
Yeah.
It just says as he's Melvin. And there's no
Melvin.
That's all you need. I'm Melvin.
That's right.
Yeah.
It speaks for itself.
Melvin. He'll have a spin-off. Deliverance. Melvin's story.
No
What do you
thanks.
think? Should we pitch Deliverance 2? The Deliverance 2.
Oh,
Deliverance 2. More Deliverance.
There better not be more sequels to this.
Oh no, here it is. It's perfect. I got it. This is the dad comes back from Iraq, but when he was in Iraq, he's an archaeologist. That's why he was in Iraq, and he was investigating some stuff, and he found this old temple he's investigating, and he released a demon. I don't know, the demon from the first movie's brother or whatever, and it possesses him. He comes back, and he's like,
No, because the demon, he could have planted the demon in the house, for it to take over his family, and he's like just watching them as an experiment.
Well, the demon
And
was
now that
already
he's
there.
coming-
Killed that other family 20 years ago.
Yeah, but like,
So that wouldn't line up with the tight-knit continuity of this film universe.
yeah, come on, just like I want to see
I think-
more demon.
Well,
You know?
I got it. The dad is possessed by a demon, but we find out that someone, maybe Omar Epps, I don't know, planted the demon in the house. So now, not only do I have to get the demons out, but it's demon versus demon. It's like Freddy versus
Zach
Jason.
Bagans enters the room.
I was going to say
Entity acquired.
I was going to say in the Zach Bagans adjacent cinematic universe, it's the Dybbuk box that cursed Post Malone. Like that gets released, and then whatever's in there like causes some havoc. And actually, just make it Post Malone. It wrecks up Post Malone's life.
Yeah, he'll do anything.
Can we just add Conor McGregor into the movie if we're going to add Post Malone? And then this could be like a. This just could be a
fucking demon, eh?
Hey.
He like MMA fights a demon, like.
Yeah. I started watching the new Roadhouse, but I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We have an extensive
Cousin I
review on our
disagree.
channel.
Yeah, Cousin I disagree on the quality of Roadhouse the remake.
Yeah.
Sat through that thing twice now. Twice.
Wait,
maybe
maybe
I'll finish it tonight.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's the best part of the new Roadhouse. But that's about it.
Already, gosh, I'm not digging you, cuz tonight.
You know what they call fans of Roadhouse?
What's that?
Roadheads.
Those
Roadheads.
Roadheads. Fans of Roadhouse. They're the Roadheads.
Let's get that started. Hashtag Roadhead.
Okay.
Hashtag Roadheads. I can't take credit for that. I heard it on some podcast. I don't know where. But I wish I took credit. It's clever. All right. Well, okay. Let's seal this turd in the hole in the floor, and never talk about this again.
Hole in the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Say a reference to that we watched.
I love it.
I don't know what was worse, this movie or the one that Mike and Corinne made me watch a few years back about the whole movie was just one goddamn parade, and I wanted to hang myself by the end of it. I think it was called like A Day at the Fair or something. It's fucking weird. I don't know why they made me do this, but we did it. I never forgave them.
Sounds like something I'd watch in college.
I still want them to come back on the show sometime soon, so hopefully they do. But
come back to us. We get all five just yelling over
chaos.
Each other.
Yeah. Pure unadulterated chaos. All right. Well, Cuz and Gorehound, thanks for hopping on tonight to talk about the Deliverance. Cuz, you're banned for coming up with ideas for the next year. No. You can come with ideas, but we're going.
But really, you're banned.
Your ideas will be vetted first.
Significantly.
Well, you know what? Y'all smell like nappy pussy, so there you go.
Oh my gosh, he did it. You can't really beat that one in a podcast.
I want that quote shown at the Oscars or the Razzies.
Yeah,
you saw the Razzies, right?
And maybe a picture of Glenn Close's face.
With her shark teeth.
Yeah, blackface too.
If they do the Razzies, if they still do them, I don't know if they do or not, but if they do, I'm going to check them out this year, because if this movie's not on it, then there's no justice in the world.
Yeah, with how high it is on Netflix right now,
here's the thing. I think, is Netflix becoming the place where directors go to die? Because so far, Zack Snyder.
It used to be Prestige, but
yeah, now it's like, is it the new? I want to make this a discussion for a future episode, but I'll leave this as a little tagline. Is Netflix the new Canon Films? Make a bunch of low-budget trash, for the entertainment of the masses.
One thing we didn't talk about with this movie, talking about Netflix here, is one of the kids from Stranger Things was in this.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, he better hope you get some good acting gigs.
Which one?
The cute kid, the older son.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. You better have a good agent because yeah, the cute kid thing is long gone.
Of all the kids, I think he grew up the most, arguably.
I
But
don't know. They all of them like grew like 2 feet tall
yeah, that's
immediately,
true.
except Dayton.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, again, thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for listening. And be ready to join us next week when we talk about the movie Twilight. I know everyone's been waiting for that, so it's going to happen. So we'll see you then. Bye. You've been listening to the all-new Culture Cast. Follow us on X. Drop us a line at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out their work on YouTube at Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been a Saltwater production. Thanks for listening.
So Megan wanted her short review was why, Glenn Close, all of the fucking people and all the fucking places you pick her. That's all, Megan.